Sairam children, welcome back and have an energetic day. In today's class of EVS 1, we will continue with chapter number 3, Animal Shelters, part 5. Children, what do you mean by shelter? Yes, you are right. A shelter is a safe place where one is protected from any danger. A shelter is a place where one is protected from sun, wind, rain, etc. Now, let us go through the content outline. Children, there are 4 topics in our content outline. They are: why do we need houses? Animals who build shelters for themselves. Animals that find ready shelters in the surroundings. And shelters for domestic animals. Children, in the last part we have already completed our second topic, that is animals who build shelters for themselves. Today we will start with our third topic, that is animals that find ready shelters in the surroundings. Before we proceed further, let's recap new words. Gusty, G-U-S-T-Y, gusty. Scorching, S-C-O-R-C-H-I-N-G, scorching. Discomfort, D-I-S-C-O-M-F-O-R-T, discomfort. Threat, T-H-R-E-A-T, threat. Defend, D-E-F-E-N-D, defend. Twigs, T-W-I-G-S, twigs. String, S-T-R-I-N-G, string. Thread, T-H-R-E-A-D, thread. Next, convenient, C-O-N-V-E-N-I-E-N-T, convenient. Thorny, T-H-O-R-N-Y, thorny. Tendril, T-E-N-D-R-I-L, tendril. Stitching, S-T-I-T-C-H-I-N-G, stitching. Cliff, C-L-I-F-F, cliff. Burrow, B-U-R-R-O-W, burrow. Construction, C-O-N-S-T-R-U-C-T-I-O-N, construction. Shelter, S-H-E-L-T-E-R, shelter. Next, caverns, C-A-V-E-R-N-S, caverns. Coop, C-O-O-P, coop. Efforts, E-F-F-O-R-T-S, efforts. Hollow, H-O-L-L-O-W, hollow. Now, let's recollect of what we have learnt in the last part. We have learnt about animals who build shelters for themselves. For example, the tailor bird is smaller than a sparrow. It selects a plant with bigger leaves and builds its nest by stitching the leaves together. It uses a fine tendril to stitch them together. This little nest is big enough for the little tailor bird. Some insects also build their own shelters. For example, honeybees build their honeycombs on trees or under the roof of an overhanging cliff. Rats and mice live underground in fields. They dig into the soil and make holes and burrows to live in. Rats and mice also live in areas where people live. They make holes in the walls or under the floors in houses. Rats and mice mostly take shelter in mud houses and not in those built with cement. That is because they cannot dig holes into cement construction. Now, let's start with our new topic, that is animals that find ready shelters in the surroundings. Children, as we know that sparrows make efforts to build nest. They collect grass, straw, twigs, cotton, wool and pieces of thread and string to build nest. But some animals do not make efforts to build a shelter. They simply look around for a safe place. Now, identify this picture. Yes, this is a picture of a pigeon. Next, now identify these pictures. Yes, you are right. These pictures are of doves. Children, some doves and pigeons live in forest. Some live in small hollows in high cliffs. What do you mean by cliffs? Cliffs means a large area of a rock with steep side, often on a coast. Now children, some doves and pigeons live near our houses. Some of them find shelter in gaps in walls. Some animals like tigers live in caves. Leopards live in caves. Hyenas live in caves. Now, some types of bats live in tall trees. Some live in dark caverns in mountains. What do you mean by caverns? Caverns means a large cave. Bats look for shelter in old, deserted, tumble-down buildings. Do you know? It is believed that a cobra lives in an ant hill. But that is not true. Ants live in ant hills. Ant hills are built by ants, not by a cobra. The cobras live in holes. So children, what we have learned today? We have learned that some animals do not make any efforts to build a shelter. They simply look around for a safe place. Some doves and pigeons live in forests. Some live in small hollows in high cliffs. Some live near our houses. They find the shelter in gaps in walls. Some types of bats live in tall trees, but some live in dark caverns in mountains, or they look for shelter in old, deserted, tumble-down buildings. Now children, let's do an activity. Question number 1. Fill in the blanks with correct options given below. Number 1. Some animals simply look around for a dash place. Children, there are two options given below. They are option A, safe, option B, dangerous. So children, identify the correct option. Yes, you are right. Option A is the correct answer. Option A, safe. Some animals simply look around for a safe place. So children, what will you do now? Yes, you will click on the correct option. Let us click. Yes, option A, safe is the correct answer. Next. Number 2. Some doves and pigeons live in small hollows in high dash. There are two options given below. They are option A, caves, option B, cliffs. So children, select the correct option. Yes, you are absolutely right. Option B, cliffs. Option B, cliffs is the correct answer. So, what will you do now? You will click on the correct option. Let us click children. Option B, cliffs. Some doves and pigeons live in small hollows in high cliffs. Number 3. Ant hills are built by dash. Again there are two options given below. They are option A, ants, and option B, cobras. Children, select the correct option. Yes, you are right. Option A, ants is the correct answer. Ant hills are built by ants. So children, let us click the correct option. Option A, ants is the correct answer. Next, number 4. Some birds live in dark dash in mountains. There are two options given below. They are option A, hollows, option B, caverns. Children, identify the correct option. Yes, you are right. Option B, caverns is the correct answer. So, what will you do now? You will click on the correct option. Let us click. Option B, caverns is the correct answer. Some birds live in dark caverns in mountains. Now children, let us proceed with next question. Question number 2. Select the correct option to state whether the following statements are true or false. Number 1. Some animals do not make any efforts to build a shelter. Is it true? Yes, it is true. Some animals do not make any efforts to build a shelter is a correct statement. So, what will you do now? You will click on the correct option, option A, true. Yes, some animals do not make any efforts to build a shelter is a true statement. Next, tigers and leopards live in caves. Children, is this statement true? Yes, it is true. Tigers and leopards live in caves. This statement is true. So, you will click on the correct option, option A. Let us click. Yes, option A, true, is the correct option. So, tigers and leopards live in caves is a true statement. Next, a cobra lives in an ant hill. Children, is this statement true? No, it is not true. It is false. So, a cobra lives in an ant hill is a false statement. So, what will you do now? You will click on option B, false. Let us click. Yes, option B, false. A cobra lives in an ant hill is a false statement. So, what is the correct statement? A cobra lives in a hole. So, children, thank you very much. Today, we have completed the third topic of our content outline, that is animals that find ready shelters in the surroundings. In the next part, we will start with a new topic, that is shelters for domestic animals. Till then, Sai Ram.